This little device will allow you to paint a smaller size canvas mounted on a board and still have very easy access to all the edges of the canvas without tripping around the lip that is on the easel. It adjusts for various sizes. So this one's 6 by 6. I can just pop it out. Here's a 5 by 7. It will do the 7-inch side, or if I want to do the 5-inch side, and I can just move that, put it wherever I like on here, and it tightens right up. I can also do an even smaller size. This one is really small, so this one is just 4 inches. It's a 4 by 6. So this one I have to move it a little bit more to this side in order to accommodate, but I can still easily get it on my board. So I'll take this off and I'll show you a little bit more how it's made. You have a lot of leeway when it comes to the size of this little tool. This one happens to be about 16 by 12, and that just happened to be the size of the scrap board that my friend with the table saw had. So what we used was a board that was a thicker MDF, about a 3/8 inch, and then the other piece on top was an 1/8 inch. So this piece was a straight piece that was cut diagonally using a little jig that he worked up, and then another piece along here. And what this does is it allows you to use different sizes of canvases in here. So you just slide it along in order to grip whatever canvas you're using. Now, we had a board that was a little sanded on one side, which seems to help it grip a little bit better. He got fancy and cut a little hole in the end, so it would be easy to pull, but you certainly don't need that. The board here on top is about 1.5 inches. Again, lots of leeway. You can make it whatever size you want, but I wanted to be able to paint 6 by 8s down to about 3 by 5s. This board was 5 inches, cut just on an angle. So if you want to know the exact, this is just about 4.5, cut down to 0 at this side, and that was 16 inches wide. The boards, after they were cut, were glued on with a good sturdy wood glue and then clamped to dry. This one, of course, is left loose so that it can be moved as you need it. You could, of course, make different size ones if you need to really accommodate very small canvases. I haven't really tried to paint smaller, but this one you could go up to about a 2-inch canvas if you wanted, and it would still hold. And in this particular case, once it gets bigger than a 6-inch this or an 8-inch this way, it gets pretty dicey to hold it in. But once it's that big, I don't usually have too much trouble. This is just designed for the smaller canvases. This is really sturdy. It's lasted up several paintings already. It seems to grip. If you're having any trouble with this little piece flipping out or for any reason, you can just put a little piece of tape here while you're using it, and that solves the problem, but I really haven't had that issue.